Since the tragedies 2 years ago, I look at how you've sustained a public life and powered forward, and I ask myself, where do you find the strength?
You know, we feel it's just a little bit of giving back of everything we got. We didn't create the unity. The unity, Am Yisrael and all over the state of Israel was created from the people. And by the end of that summer, after the search for the boys and after Tzuk Eitan, we just felt the responsibility to try to keep some of that spirit alive. So that's all. That's what we're trying to do.
At the time of the kidnappings, your grace and quiet dignity served as a source of inspiration and comfort to an angry society in mourning. Is that a responsibility you were aware of at the time?
I wasn't making any calculations. Anything we do, we did intuitively. You don't become a new person when something bad happens to you. Whatever you have, you work with that.
Surrounding the kidnapping, Israeli society experienced a profound moment of unity, which you're trying to honor through Unity Day. To what extent is our society able to sustain that sense of unity and solidarity outside of moments of crisis?
So, you know, the million-dollar question is, we're so good at emergencies, can we sustain some of that on the day-to-day life? I don't know. Natan Sharansky said that in the funeral of the boys, he felt it's like Ma'amad Har Sinai, Mount Sinai, and everybody was there, whoever was physically there and whoever wasn't there. And in regard to unity, I was thinking that while we were in Ma'amad Har Sinai, they were already worshipping the idol, you know, the egel, the calf. So you never stay at a high, but the direction is what counts, and the challenges are only growing. You walk all over the country and people, they have deep disputes, but we feel that people really want this sense of togetherness, of partnership, of solidarity, of, excuse me for the cliche, unity.
Sometimes I feel that in Israel we're constantly at each other's throats. What does it say about our society that outside moments of emergency we lack that solidarity and are attacking each other?
So first of all, I wouldn't put down moments of emergency because it means it's possible. We have the ability, and the motivation. Beyond that, you're right. We have very warm discussions, mostly because we care about what other people think. You know, if it would be the kind of pluralism where I don't really care, you think what you want, I think what I want, it doesn't really even make a difference. It's not that way. I feel you know, where I come from. We come from a culture of a bet midrash, where machloket, dispute, is the source of what we're doing here. It just has to be in a way that I really care and I really respect. Okay, I care not only about making you think what I think, but about listening to really what you have to say, because it's worth listening to.
Unity is an admirable value, but there's always a risk that a strong sense of us will come at the price of antagonism towards them, towards the other, whoever that is. How do we avoid that risk?
On the contrary, people that become involved in this topic discover that society is much more varied than they thought. And you talk about the state of Israel, you talk about many groups, ethnical groups, Arabs, Christian Arabs, Muslim Arabs, Druze, Cherkessim, etc., etc. And within the Jewish society, there's so many variations and so many different, you know, and it's not only on a religious base or a social, but it's all over the place. So once you develop the ability to open your heart and to feel a sort of kinship and a sort of closeness, it should not be unity against, it should be the ability to connect.
President Rivlin gave a famous speech last year in which he described Israeli society as having 4 tribes: ultra-Orthodox, national, religious, secular and Arab. What practical steps can we take as a society to bridge those gaps and create an inclusive sense of peoplehood?
Look, that's the challenge. Okay? We're not all going to become identical, and that is not the point. We're very varied, and that's a lot of our power. It's about connecting, it's about meeting and speaking and breaking some of the walls and finding ways to build bridges. It will never be perfect, but it's an ongoing work. Unity is not about politicians or about the media. It's about living together, working together, you know, being neighbors, speaking to each other. In Unity Days, this week and Unity Week, there are thousands of activities in 25 states around the world. Jews all over the world want to connect with each other.
Thank you, Rachelle. You're an inspiration.